Back at the lookout, Cozy was playing a ton of volleyball games with the pups. Everest and Marshall were on the Cozy's team. Opposite the teams had Chase, Marshall, and Rocky. Chase hit the ball, but right when it went over the net, Cozy flew up in the air and spiked the ball as it was headed towards Marshall. I got it, Marshall said as he tried to hit the ball, but however, the ball slammed right into Marshall, causing him to crash into a tree. More like the ball's got me. Everyone laughed as they helped him up. You know what, guys? Cozy started. I've been thinking. Ever since you took me in, I've been having these feelings about you. The pups listened. After I lost my parents, I never thought I'd have loved ones again. But now I knew I was wrong. You guys are more than my friends. You're my family. The pups began to tear up as they walked over to Cozy and hugged her. Cozy, Sky began, when you think about it, this would mean that your parents are our Ohana too. Huh? Cozy asked. Ohana, Chase said. Ohana means family, and family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. So your mom and dad are always here, even if we just can't see them. Cozy smiled as she continued to embrace the pups. Ryder Paw Patrol! The group turned to heard the voice calling them. To see a man with an orange cap running towards the lookout. It was Captain Turboat, and he seemed to have something very important to say. Hey, Captain Turboat, Ryder said as he approached the captain. Is something wrong? I don't really know if it's wrong, but it could be important. Turboat answered. There is a new group in town. A new group? Chase asked. Yeah, they're all over the place looking for Cozy Glow, Turboat said. They asked Alex, Katie, and Farmer Yumi. They're looking for me? Cozy asked curiously. Well, what do they look like? Well, according to what Alex told me, they're a group of ponies with a dragon or something. Cozy and Sky's eyes widened at this info. Oh no! They screamed. What's wrong? Chase asked in alarm. It's Twilight and her friends, Sky answered. They're probably here to arrest Cozy and imprison her again. The group gasped at this. Well, what do we do? Rubble asked with worry. I don't know, Ryder said. We've never dealt with anything like this before. Well, it's too bad we can't hide her. Tracker's comments gave Ryder an idea. Wait, that's it! Ryder turned to the group. Paw Patrol to Lookout. The group then sped up to the elevator and prepared to plan what Ryder had. Obviously, Marshall ended up slipping and crashing into the team. Dang, I hope you let this one slide. The group then giggled at Marshall's pun. When they got up into the top of the tower, Cozy and the pups jumped out of the elevator and got in line. You ready for action, Ryder, sir? Chase said. Alright, team, Ryder said. As far as we know, a new group has come to Adventure Bay and they're going to try to take Cozy away. We'll need to get ahead and get all paws on deck, just in case the whole group finds us. Now I have a plan. There's a fighter jet at the airport and we can use it to bring Cozy to the location where she can hide. But what about Rainbow Dash? Sky asked. She'll have trouble catching up to the jet, or she'll have no trouble for that matter. That's why you pups will be using these. Ryder opened the hatch and the pups gasped at what they saw inside. They're mighty pup outfits. Rocky, with your powers, you could take the energy to the cage and around Rainbow Dash to keep her from following you. Wait, Cozy said. What do these costumes do? They're our mighty pups gear, Chase answered. They give us superpowers. Really? Cozy asked in surprise. That's right, Sky confirmed. Chase gets super speed, Marshall gets to control fire, Rubble gets super strength, Zuma controls water, Everest controls ice, Tracker has a spin attack, and Rocky can create objects out of energy. What do you do? Cozy asked. Oh, I fly faster and control the weather. Okay, Ryder began. I'll be there on the lookout to guide you to the jet. You must all protect Cozy and keep her safe from harm. Hold on, I gotta do something first, Chase said before running to another room. The pups were wondering what Chase was doing. 1 minute later, Chase came back. Where did you go? Zuma asked. I called a couple of friends for backup, just in case so they told them to meet us at the airport. Chase answered. Who is that? Cozy asked. Oh, let's just say they're a little and big help, the pup said, have a feeling what Chase was talking about. Cozy had no idea, but she trusted her friends. Alright, Paw Patrol is on a roll, Ryder shouted as the pups put on their outfits and got their powers and ran out of the lookout too, headed for the airport. Cozy and the Paw Patrol sped up upwards towards the airport. They know that it would have to be ready in case if they ran into Main 6. Chase was in the front of the group, checking his surroundings for any signs that they were not alone. Then they entered the airport. Chase tapped on his collar to contact Ryder. Okay, Ryder, we're in the airport. What now? According to the computer, The jet is on the other side of the airport, Ryder answered. I think just in case, you should split into groups. Ryder began to plan where she should go. Chase and Cozy, you two go down to the main area. Rocky, you and Sky move towards the shadows. Tracker and Everest, you two go for the lobby. Rubble, Zuma, and Marshall will head up to the shipping area. The pups got onto their respective groups and went on to investigate designated areas. Later on, Cozy and Chase were running down the center of the main area, passing by multiple vehicles that weren't in their right plan. Okay, Ryder, Cozy began. How far is the jet? You're just about halfway. Wait, Ryder answered. If you continue down that path, you'll probably arrive within 8 minutes. Suddenly, Ryder's computer began to flash. Uh-oh. What is it? Chase asked. I think your guys are about to have company. Chase quickly looked around for nearby. Suddenly, a green flame from above them struck to the ground several feet away from Chase and Cozy. When the flame died down, two tree creatures landed about 10 feet away from them. One was a lavender alicorn, and the other one was a purple dragon. It was Twilight and Spike. Wow, this is just weird to run into these people in the airport, isn't it? Twilight asked. Super weird, Spike responded. Where are these two are some of them? Chase asked Cozy. Yes, they're Princess Twilight Sparkle and Spike. So you dogs really do talk here, Spike said, amazed. Cozy, Twilight began. I know that you were the last people we want to trust right now, but you have to come with us. Your life is in danger. Yeah, just because you and your friends are gonna make it. No, Cozy, Spike said. Celestia told us to find you to bring you back to Equestria, but if we don't do that in time, Celestia will hunt you down and execute you. You two need to stand aside, Chase said sternly. That's an order from the police officer. That's no way to speak to a princess. Chase and Cozy turned to see the blue Pegasus to fly in. Cozy? Rainbow, Cozy responded. That is her? Chase asked. Wow, she's fancy. Rainbow Dash blushed and Spike laughed at the comment. I think you're searching for is radical, Rainbow corrected. Anyway, Celestia gave us 48 hours to bring you in, and that was 16 hours ago. Care for a group out? You're all insane. If you think that I'd come with you, I'm leaving everything after you put me through, Cozy said. Cozy, the group turned to where the unicorn with purple mane. You know what could happen, dear. Do you really want to fight your way out of this? Cozy stood there, glaring at Rarity. Alright, this is it, Rainbow Dash said. Wait, we have to, Spike started, but he was interrupted when Rainbow Dash shouted, Wonder Colt! Suddenly the chain snapped onto Cozy's back, restraining her wings, and Cozy and Chase looked up to see what was going on. Standing on top of the generator was a dark green colt with brown mane and tail. He was wearing a blue mask with his blue hoof gloves and a red cape. Nice job, kid. Thanks, the colt said. I mean, I could have struck the landing a bit better, but I was trying to... Yeah, we don't need to start another conversation. Humdum, Spike said, but Cozy couldn't believe what she just heard. The humdrum of the power of the ponies? You've been busy, Cozy said. I should have said the same thing about you, Twilight said. Socializing with a group of puppy Avengers? Avengers? Chase said. Most people compare us as Power Rangers. Cozy, please, Twilight started. It is really for your own safety that if you come back with us, I'm trying to keep you out of danger. You failed to do what you wasn't when I said I was your statement, Cozy made when Twilight felt guilty inside. Then Chase heard Sky's voice coming from his pup tag. Chase, I think we found it. The jet is in Hangar 7, north from your location. Chase grinned and looked up at the ponies and the dragon. He then stomped with his paw, and a pair of glowing green scissors appeared, cutting Cozy's wing restraints. Now duck! Chase shouted. Tuck? Who's... The humdrum never finished, and he grunted as a powerful kick had struck him at the bottom of his jaw. He fell back from the strike, looking up to see what has happened between the muscular grow into something large, into something their regular-sized pup. The male golden retriever pup was in a super suit. What's the hay about? Spike asked in shock. Good work, Tuck, Chase said. Thanks, Chase. The pup started to turn to Cozy. Nice to finally meet you, Cozy Glow. He's one of our friends who called for help. Help for backup, Cozy asked Chase. Yep, that is him, with his twin sister. Ah, great, Rainbow Dash said in annoyance. Guys, I could feel the two of the heat sources in the parking deck, Twilight said. I'm gonna stop them. Twilight flew off where Rocky and Sky were. Hey, Rainbow Dash started. I see another two who look for the window of the lobby. She sped to the lobby, only to get caught with a green twister created by Tracker, and Chase charged and tackled the Spike to the ground, where Applejack was tried to lasso Cozy without hurting her. Your Majesty, what will I do? Bum asked. We discussed, Twilight answered. Keep the pups at your distance. Got it, Humdrum said as he ran off. Tuck then walked over to Rarity, preparing for conflict. You look darling, Rainbow Dash said. I really don't want to fight you. Then don't, Tuck said, jumped onto Rarity and began wailing at her. Take that, and this, and all of you mama for mama. Spike then noticed and threw Chase off of him. He then flew to Tuck and then kicked him off of Rarity. Soon Marshall and Rubble and Zuma were heading out to their location, but Marshall heard something. Guys, what? Wait. Rubble and Zuma stopped as Marshall looked around. After a few seconds of silence, Marshall shot a fireball that had a pile of crates, and then at the tan Pegasus with gray mane and tail jumped out. Darling do. Gotcha, Marshall said as shouted and ran at the mare. But before he could reach the mare, Pinky jumped in and caught him at the very end of her party cannon. Mercy? No, Pinky said, before pointing the cannon up to march Marshall into the sky. Pinky giggled at the confetti that burst out from her cannon, but Zuma quickly summoned a wave that washed her and Darling away. Twilight, meanwhile, was struggling against Rocky and Sky, who kept on creating obstacles between them and the teleport, and that Twilight tried teleporting through, but they came too quickly. Ha! This is easier than I... Sky was about interrupted when the unicorn broke with a horn and scar over her eye and tackled her. Tempest Shadow? That's correct, the mayor said. Tempest Shadow was about to restrain Sky, but then a green boxing glove punched her into the wall. Thanks, Rocky, Sky said as she got up. Soon Rainbow had Tracker pinned against the wall, and she was very angry. You little weenie. Chihuahua, actually, Tracker corrected. Whatever, Rainbow shouted. I really don't appreciate what you did back there. Tracker then barked and peeked behind her and smirked. I don't think Everest appreciates you either. Who's ever... Rainbow was suddenly frozen solid, and Everest had helped Tracker up, and they began to run out. Back out with Rarity and Spike, Chase was dodging the fire and magic, and he managed to hide behind a crate and sneak up on Spike. Chase quickly charged at Spike in an attempt to maw at the dragon. However, when Chase closed his jaws, one of his teeth broke and fell out of his mouth. What? How? Chase asked in shock. Fie shepherd, I'm a dragon. Again, Spike said. My skills are impenetrable. Rarity was about to charge when she heard yelling, and she looked up to see Marshall fall on her and sent several feet back. You could have ruined my beautiful face, Rarity shouted, but Marshall just smiled. Looks like someone else beat me to it. Spike then got really mad at the Dalmatian's comment and was about to teach him a lesson, but a truck came out of nowhere and fell towards the group. Oh, come on! Spike shouted before the truck landed, exploded that sent him and Rarity and Applejack to a nearby plane. Chase, Cozy, and Tuck and Marshall were shared in surprise of what just happened. Oops, they turned to see Rubble. Sorry guys, I thought it was a water truck. Never mind that, Rubble, Cozy said. Everyone, head for the jet now. The team reassembled and started running towards Hangar 7, but before they could get that far enough, a magic beam struck the head of them. Cozy and the other pups looked up to see Starlight and Fluttershy, Tuck's twin sister. Ella stepped forward and looked at the newcomers. Who are these two? Fluttershy and Starlight Glimmer, Sky answered. The two ponies who landed, and Starlight began to speak. Cozy, I know you don't trust us, but I assure you that we're trying to help you. So please just come back with us, and then that Applejack and Rarity... They then got up to the ponies. They followed by Pinky and Tempest, Shadow, Rainbow, Spike, and Darling to do his ascent to the ground, and Twilight roared in as her humdum jumped off of her back. And as they stood there, Twilight remained in her team. Spike, Rainbow Dash, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, Rarity, Starlight, Humdrum, Tempest, Shadow, and Daring Do, they all remained in the solid line, never breaking formation, never running or turning their heads away as they were right in their eyes. And Chase's team did the same. The German shepherd stood where he was, backing down and refusing to surrender, and the rest of his team did the same thing. Cozy Glow, Sky, Marshall, Rubble, Rocky, Zuma, Everest, Tracker, Tuck, and Ella refused to give in. None of them backed away, and none of them moved. No one did. "I can't believe this is actually happening," Sky whispered. Marshall was beginning to sweat and stared at all 11 ahead of him. "What do we all do, Chase?" she asked. Chase's eyes narrowed down and bared his teeth. He knew what would happen, and there was no denying the inevitable confrontation that would come. He just didn't want it, especially when they were somewhere special to Sky, and before he could, his friends were by his side, ready to go against a group of powerful warriors, and yet the clock kept on ticking. Closer and closer, the total destruction. The longer they stood, the longer they did nothing, and nothing was something Chase wouldn't allow to happen. He took a brave step forward, and all the leaders did the same with the teams, and said, "We fight."